Hello you guys, and welcome to another dot drawing challenge. Today we will be talking about value or tone. Value or tone is basically what is light or dark in your drawing, and it's what you can use to create the feeling of a three-dimensional image on a two-dimensional piece of paper. You can see the bright white here contrasting the dark up here and underneath the book, and even the more subtle shading that occurs that just makes the figure look more rounded. We're going to create a value scale. The way we're going to do that is to turn our paper the long ways and go ahead and create a 1 by 1 inch empty square. And I want you to very lightly take your pencil and make a very light 1 inch square, and then keep on going, and with each time make it a little bit darker until it seems like you cannot press any harder or get any darker. That's all right if you need to adjust some of your values, some of your tones, and then go ahead and number your value scale, 8 being the darkest and 1 being the lightest. And you can use this in your drawings to figure out whether or not you're including the right brightness and darkness that you might need in a picture. Many pictures can have all of these tones. You don't have to have all these tones, but it's most important to have some kind of bright white or some kind of really, really dark. And this is the one that I'm continually looking at when I look at my drawings. Do I have that dark tone in there? That's the dark tone that really makes things pop. And basically, I don't want us to draw lines today. I want us to shade. So I'm going to take the lightest shade, and I am going to go ahead and block out the basic shape of the banana. And I'm just going to hold my pencil really loosely. I'm going to try and cover as much as I can. It's okay if I'm changing the direction of my pencil to get that shading in. This is really light, so you might not be able to see it that well, but hopefully it's looking like a banana. So once I have the basic shape outlined with the number 2 tone, we're going to go and we're going to keep on adding some more tone. Now at this point I can come back and I can start erasing a few marks so we can see a little bit more of a highlight in some places. My lighting is not ideal right now, but I do see some points where it is lighter on the banana. This is just a very rough sketch, and that for this exercise, this is all I want you to do. I want you to look at your image. I want you to squint so you can see the real highlights that we're seeing on the object. And I want you to try and create some highlight points and some dark points on your image. For those who are doing this with kids, a fun game that you might consider instead of that exercise is just to get them used to drawing lights and darks, and go ahead and kind of scribble shade an object and see if they can figure out what that object is. Kind of scribble out a shape and see if they can guess what it might be. This is the back of one, so I'm not sure if you can guess what it is. But go ahead and draw something. See if they can guess what it is, and have them draw something and you guess what it is. And remind them about making things lighter or darker, not only to create some interest, but to make things look round. Next lesson, we will be talking about how to correctly do those shadows when you're creating the light and the dark in order to make things look more three-dimensional. So go out, draw, and have fun.